Look up tonight. Go outside. Tilt your head back. Let your eyes adjust. Beautiful, isn't it? Peaceful, calm, safe. That's what the universe wants you to think. You are wrong. What you see when you look at that sky is a lie, a gorgeous, shimmering illusion stretched across the face of something so vast, so violent, and so utterly indifferent to human life that our greatest minds have spent centuries struggling just to describe it. Today, we pull back the curtain. What follows are not myths, not science fiction. These are the verified, peer-reviewed, telescope-confirmed realities of deep space, discoveries so staggering that they have shaken the foundations of modern physics, and left some of the world's greatest scientists staring at their data in disbelief. 7 truths about the universe, each one darker than the last. Are you ready? In 1838, a German astronomer named Friedrich Bessel did something that should have terrified everyone who heard it. He measured the distance to a star. Not symbolically, precisely, with math. And what he found was this: the nearest stars are not simply far away. They are so incomprehensibly distant that the number itself becomes meaningless to the human mind. In 2012, the Voyager 1 spacecraft, launched in 1977, finally crossed the boundary of our solar system and entered what scientists call interstellar space. It took 35 years of unbroken travel at 38,000 miles per hour to get there. What it sent back changed everything. Interstellar space is not empty. It is a roiling, invisible ocean of cosmic radiation, charged particles moving at near light speed, magnetic fields powerful enough to tear electronics apart, clouds of gas and dust spanning light years, ghostly and silent and lethal. And here is the fact that should rob you of sleep tonight: our nearest star, Proxima Centauri, is 4.37 light years away. That's 25 trillion miles. If an astronaut were stranded in interstellar space at this very moment, no rescue mission in human history, with any technology we have ever built or imagined building, could reach them in time. Interstellar space is not a void. It is an inescapable trap, invisible, odorless, and utterly without mercy. In 1924, astronomer Edwin Hubble aimed a telescope at a faint smear of light in the constellation Andromeda, and discovered it wasn't part of our galaxy at all. It was an entirely separate galaxy, 2 million light years away, home to 1 trillion stars. And then came the question that still echoes through cosmology: if Andromeda is a separate galaxy, how many more are out there? The answer, confirmed by the Hubble Space Telescope and the James Webb Space Telescope, is approximately 2 trillion. 2 trillion galaxies. And the space between them makes everything else on this list look cozy. Intergalactic space is so profoundly, catastrophically empty that in some regions, you would find fewer than 1 atom per cubic meter. No air, no sound, no light, no heat, no reference point. If you were placed there, in the absolute void between galaxies, you would see nothing in any direction. Not a star, not a planet, not even a dust particle, just darkness, forever. But the true horror is this: the universe isn't staying still. It is expanding and accelerating. The galaxies are not simply drifting apart. They are being hurled away from each other by a force we cannot see and do not fully understand. Scientists calculate that trillions of years from now, the universe will reach what they call heat death, a state of such perfect, uniform emptiness that no star can form, no life can exist, and even the concept of time becomes meaningless. The universe is not just lonely, it is becoming more lonely, every second of every day. In 1916, a physicist named Carl Schwarzschild was sitting in a military trench on the Eastern Front, surrounded by the chaos of World War I, when he solved Einstein's equations of general relativity and discovered something that shouldn't exist: a point in space where gravity becomes infinite, where the laws of physics break down completely, where time itself stops. He called it a singularity. We call it a black hole. For decades, scientists weren't sure they were real. Then in 2019, the Event Horizon Telescope collaboration released the first direct image of a black hole, a ring of superheated gas 6.5 billion times the mass of our Sun, at the center of a galaxy 55 million light-years away. It was real. A black hole is not a hole. It is a region of space where gravity has become so overwhelmingly powerful that nothing, not matter, not energy, not light, can escape its grip once it crosses a boundary called the event horizon. Cross that line, and you are gone. Not dead, not trapped, gone. Removed from the observable universe entirely. But the way you get there is what haunts scientists most. As you approach a black hole, gravity pulls harder on the parts of your body closest to it than on the parts farther away. Your feet accelerate faster than your head. The difference in force grows exponentially. Your body begins to stretch, slowly at first, then faster, then catastrophically. Scientists call this process spaghettification. Your body would be drawn out into a long, thin ribbon of atoms, spiraling toward a point of infinite density, where time runs backward, space loses all meaning, and the very concept of you ceases to exist. And nothing in the universe, no force, no technology, no God, could pull you back. In the 18th and 19th centuries, astronomers began noticing something strange in the night sky. Patches of absolute darkness. Regions where stars should exist, mathematically, statistically, inevitably, but where nothing appeared. Not dim stars, not faint lights, nothing. At first, they thought these were gaps in the cosmos, holes in the fabric of existence. The truth was both more mundane and more terrifying. Incredibly dense that visible light cannot penetrate them. They don't absorb light. The dark nebulae are enormous clouds of interstellar gas and cosmic dust so way a shadow does. They devour it, completely, permanently. From the outside, they look like colossal black shapes stamped against the backdrop of the Milky Way. Silent, impenetrable, incomprehensibly large. The Horsehead Nebula. Barnard 68. The Coal Sack. Each one a cathedral of blindness stretching across light years of space. If you were somehow placed inside one, if you could survive the cold that drops to within 2 degrees of absolute zero, you would see nothing. Not the stars behind you, not the stars ahead of you, not your own hands in front of your face. Every direction, infinite darkness. No exceptions. Scientists call dark nebulae the most mysterious and least understood large-scale structures in the universe. We can see their edges. We cannot see inside them. We do not know what else is in there. In 1978, a team of astronomers made a discovery that upended everything humanity thought it understood about the structure of the universe. Galaxies are not spread evenly through space. They cluster together in enormous walls, filaments, and sheets, like soap bubbles pressed together. And inside those bubbles, nothing. These regions are called cosmic voids, and they are not small. In 1981, astronomers discovered the Boötes Void, an almost perfectly spherical region of space roughly 330 million light-years in diameter. To put that in perspective, our entire Milky Way galaxy, with its 400 billion stars, is about 100,000 light-years across. The Boötes Void is 3,300 times larger, and it contains almost nothing. No galaxies, no stars, no planets, no cosmic dust. Just an unbroken, unfathomable emptiness so large it defies intuition. Scientists debated when they first found it, something this empty shouldn't exist in a 13.8 billion-year-old universe. The physics of structure formation says it shouldn't be this barren. It is, anyway. If a civilization existed inside the Boötes Void, they might never know other galaxies exist. The nearest neighbor galaxy would be so impossibly distant that even with perfect telescopes, the light might not have reached them yet. They would look out into the universe and see only darkness, and reasonably conclude they were completely alone. In cosmic voids, the horror is not what's there. The horror is the absolute, verified, measured certainty of what isn't. On October 19, 2017, a telescope in Hawaii detected something that had never been seen before. An object entering our solar system from outside. Moving fast, moving strangely. Moving in ways that violated the neat calculations that govern everything else astronomers have ever tracked. It was named Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning roughly scout or messenger from afar. Its shape was unlike any asteroid or comet ever observed, flat, elongated, perhaps 10 times longer than it was wide. Its trajectory suggested it came from the direction of the star Vega, though it would have left that region long before Vega was even there. Most strangely, it accelerated as it left our solar system. Not from gravity, not from any detectable gas jets. Just accelerated. For reasons that remain, to this day, officially unexplained. And then there are fast radio bursts. These are pulses of radio energy detected from across the universe, billions of light years away, lasting a fraction of a millisecond, releasing in that instant more energy than our sun produces in 3 days. They were first discovered in 2007. Hundreds have been cataloged since. Their exact cause is still debated. Some repeat, some never return, some arrive in patterns. No one knows why. And here is the thing about unknown phenomena in space. Every time science encounters something it cannot explain, it doesn't just find an answer. It discovers that the universe is even stranger, even more vast, even more violent than previously assumed. Every answer hides a deeper question. Every discovery reveals a larger darkness. Here is something your school almost certainly didn't teach you. We cannot see the whole universe. Not because our telescopes aren't powerful enough. Not because of budget constraints, but because of the fundamental physics of light and time. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. Light travels at a fixed speed. Therefore, we can only see light that has had enough time to reach us since the Big Bang. Everything beyond that, anything from which light hasn't yet arrived, is simply invisible to us. Not hidden, not far away in the conventional sense. Just beyond the physical limit of what we can ever perceive, regardless of technology. This boundary is called the observable universe. Its diameter is approximately 93 billion light-years. It sounds impossibly large. But scientists calculate that it represents only a fraction, perhaps a vanishingly small fraction, of the actual universe. And here is the part that keeps cosmologists awake at night. Approximately 68% of the universe is composed of dark energy, a force we cannot see, cannot detect directly, and do not understand, which is driving the accelerating expansion of space. Another 27% is dark matter, equally invisible, equally mysterious, but clearly there, warping the trajectories of galaxies we can see. That leaves roughly 5% of the universe made of ordinary matter, atoms, molecules, stars, planets, people, everything humanity has ever touched, studied, loved, or known. 5%. We do not know what the other 95% truly is. We do not know what lies beyond the observable universe. We do not know what is out there, in the dark, beyond the edge of everything we can see. So, go back outside. Look up again. Same stars, same sky, same ancient, silent light. But you know now what you're looking at. You know about the radiation storms in the void between stars, the black holes swallowing light and time, the dark nebulae that extinguish every photon that enters them, the cosmic void so empty they shouldn't exist, the signals from unknown sources arriving from billions of light years away, and the terrifying truth that 95% of the universe is made of something we cannot see and cannot name. None of that is science fiction. All of it is real. The universe is not the quiet, beautiful thing you thought you saw when you were a child lying in the grass watching satellites cross the sky. It is enormous. It is violent. It is ancient. It is cold. And its greatest horror is the one we still haven't named. We don't know what's out there, hiding in the dark. And we may never find out. So, after everything we've explored today, one question still remains. If the universe is vast enough to contain black holes, dark nebulae, cosmic voids, and mysterious objects that science still can't fully explain, then what else might be hiding out there in the darkness? The truth is, humanity has only explored a tiny fraction of the cosmos. Every new discovery answers one question but creates 10 more. And perhaps the most terrifying fact of all is that we still don't know what exists beyond the edge of our understanding. So now I want to hear from you. Which horror of deep space disturbed you the most? Was it the crushing gravity of black holes, the endless emptiness of cosmic voids, or the unknown objects that continue to puzzle scientists? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey into the darkest corners of the universe, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because in our next video, we'll uncover another chilling mystery hidden somewhere among the stars. Until then, keep looking up. But remember, the deeper we explore space, the more we realize how little we truly know.